we got the story of Antonio Brown. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and get into it.
Today, he is facing 25 years in prison for attempted murder. A few years ago, he won a Super Bowl with the greatest quarterback of all time. Antonio Brown's downfall is so insane that if you wrote his life story as a movie script, it would...
At the end of the day, bro, you could say this, you could say that about Antonio. Nigga, CTE. Most obvious sign of CTE I've ever fucking seen in my life, bro. When they study this nigga's brain, bro, they're gonna find shit that they've never seen before. They're gonna find some shit in his brain, bro, that you didn't even know could be found in someone's brain, dude. Like, damn, nigga, I didn't know your brain could look like this shit. Like, and it's gonna be because how much CTE the nigga like really has, bro. He's an amazing fucking football player, dude. Like, however, he's CTE like fuck, dude. Like, he probably has more CTE than Ray Lewis, which is fucking crazy considering that Ray Lewis was a linebacker and this nigga was a wide receiver. But regardless, bro, let's get into the video.
Be criticized for being too unrealistic. Sideline temper tantrums, threatening statements to reporters.
Nigga said wait two. Nigga ain't even say wait till, bro. This is just obvious signs of CTE, man. Wait till I see you, bro. We gonna see what your jaw like. That's some crazy shit. Who's Jesse Washington? I wonder what Jesse Washington said to respond to that shit, bro. Washington. What he look like, bro? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Jesse. Call the cops on that nigga, bro. You don't stand a fighting chance, Jesse. You don't stand nan fighting chance against that nigga Antonio Brown, bro. That nigga would. Ooh, Jesse looked like he about 50 years old, chat.
Tweets that sound like they came from...
What? Caitlyn looks like she can't. I remember that shit.
13-year-old boy.
Nigga, yeah, I would block you too, bro.
Celebrating, threatening statements to reporters. Tweets that sound like they came from a 13-year-old boy. Celebrating losing $30 million.
Hey, but like, nigga, is that his real Twitter account?
That nearly killed a 13-year-old boy. Celebrating losing $30 million. Public meltdowns that nearly killed a child. And firing shots in a crowd of innocent bystanders. And on top of all of that, he brutally disrespected the only man who believed in him when nobody else did. Tom Brady. This is how Antonio Brown went from a future Hall of Famer to a Twitter troll facing prison time. A player like Antonio Brown, future Hall of...
This is on all of us, bro. Once this nigga Antonio Brown came out with this type of cut, hold on, I'm gonna pull up a real picture, bro. Antonio Brown. Let me go back screen. Antonio Brown, dumb as haircut. See, this is on all of us, bro. Once this dumbass nigga pulled out a haircut like this, pulled out this exact haircut, bro, this is when we should have known this nigga had CTE, bro. This is when we should know as a people, we should came together and said, okay, bro, we no more playing in the NFL for you. No more playing in the NFL for you, bro. Because I think this is the haircut he had when he was on the Madden cover, bro. I think this is the haircut he had. Like, bro, you what the fuck is this, dude? This is horrible, bro. This is CTE prone. You either CTE or on some type of drugs, bro. I don't even think cocaine can do this shit for you, bro. He must have made up his own drug, cause this is horrible, dude. This haircut right here. This is how we all should know. But look, y'all, we bypassed it, bro. We bypassed it. Well, now that we got the full picture, now we know it's CTE, bro. Now we know.
Famer to a Twitter troll facing prison time. A player like Antonio Brown was never destined to be a Super Bowl champion. He was drafted in the 6th round of the 2010 NFL Draft. 194 players were selected before him, and 21 of them were wide receivers, which is the same position he played.
Who? All right, they said Demaryius Thomas, Dez Bryant, Golden Tate.
Most players selected this late pretty much never expect to play outside of practice. So when he arrived...
Where would y'all rank Antonio Brown, like, as far as best of all time, best receiver of all time? Or, like, just best, okay, not of all time. I'd say best of my generation. Given my generation, I grew up watching Julio, fucking Fitzgerald, D-Hop, you know, all them niggas. So where would you... I think I would rank him number 2 I'll rank him number 2. Julio number 1, bro. I don't give a fuck nobody. Julio number 1, bro. He's. I'm not gonna say he's in the league of his own because AB was good too, bro. But Julio, bro.
The Pittsburgh Steelers practice camp, he did everything he could to make a good first impression to the coaches.
We're in practice every day, and he's torching our number 1 corners, like our top guys, and we're like, is this practice or is this for real? Like, you know, you don't naturally pay attention to a 6th rounder, but you noticed him, like when he's walking around, his focus, like his gaze is there. If somebody's speaking, he's really listening. You can feel him taking that in.
Man, who gave this nigga CTE, bro? Let's who gave this nigga Antonio Brown CTE? Hit. Here we go. Here we go, chat.
Roethlisberger from the pocket, middle of the field, incomplete.
Hey.
Roethlisberger from the pocket, middle of the field, incomplete.
Was it 55? I think it's 55, bro. Nigga, you're responsible for all this madness, bro. You're the reason why this nigga is facing, I think they say he's facing a murder charge. 55, you're the reason this nigga is facing a murder charge and his kids won't be able to see him father them, bro. That, I ain't gonna lie, 55, bro. I know it's a harsh game and shit, bro, but damn, nigga.
First time AB got his hands on the ball in an NFL game, he took it 97
That's
yards
real?
for a touchdown. Despite the amount of talent he clearly had, Antonio spent a majority of his first season on the sideline. In his sophomore season, he got to play more, catching 69 passes, nice, and racking up over 1,000 receiving yards. He had
69 or 1,000 yards off of 69 catches is actually crazy, dude.
also proven to be an exceptional kick
Wait, is that no? I don't know. I'm just talking on my ass. Is that normal or no?
returner, and was selected to take part in the 2012 Pro Bowl. By this point, he had proven himself to the Steelers, and they offered him a 5-year contract extension worth $42 million. By 2014, he was already ranked the 23rd best player in the league by his peers after putting.
By when?
In 2014, he was already ranked the 23rd best player in the
Nigga, that shit was 12 years ago, chat. Damn.
league by his peers after putting up an impressive 1,500-yard season with 8 touchdowns.
Nigga had 1,800 yards, 15 and 17.
But somehow he
Shit.
managed to outdo himself the following year with nearly 1,700 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns. Antonio Brown was seemingly unstoppable, already on pace to become one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history. But then a single play drastically
When was
changed his
this?
fate.
This the same hit we just watched. When was this?
Went to the head. Lewis Harris is
55, bro.
gonna be flagged for this.
And he trying to act like that shit was, nigga, come on, bro. This nigga, he will never be the same. He's worse than Kanye West, all because you'll hit 55.
The hit on
I'm not
Antonio
blaming you
Brown.
because
During
it
a
is
playoff
football,
game.
bro. It is football, but damn.
Cincinnati Bengals linebacker Vontaze Burfict violently charged into AB's head.
Do y'all think that's a dirty hit though, bro?
Cincinnati
What y'all think, bro? Y'all think this shit a dirty hit? Like, I just think that's how football was played, like, back then. Now, you know, obviously we can't play like that. Shit has gone softer. I'm not even gonna work my way around it. This shit has gone soft.
Bengals linebacker Vontaze Burfict violently charged into AB's head.
I seen niggas say it's. I think it's 50-50, bro. I think you could say it's a dirty hit. I think you could say that's just niggas being aggressive, like you supposed to be as a linebacker.
Knocking him unconscious
Because,
and
like, bro, never
giving
mind.
him
I'm
a
talking too
severe
much.
concussion. This play was the catalyst for a handful of rule changes that still exist in the league to this day. Vontaze Burfict was also fined $50,000 and suspended for the first 3 games
Damn.
of the next NFL season. Many consider this hit to be the moment that everything went wrong for Antonio, and that now he is suffering from the degenerative brain disease known as CTE. But it's not exactly that simple. Research suggests that CTE is associated with long-term exposure to repeated hits to the head. There is no strong evidence that shows that getting 1 or more concussions or other mild traumatic brain injuries or occasional hits to the head leads to CTE. Then again, AB has been taking hits to his head his whole life. This was just the biggest and most brutal of them all. AB has been taking hits to his head his whole life. This was just the biggest and most brutal of them all. But the biggest reason why people
he
suspect his
knocked
whole
that nigga out,
life,
dude.
this was just the biggest and most
dead.
brutal of them all. But the biggest reason why people suspect Antonio Brown is suffering from CTE is because of his behavior. The Boston University CTE Center is one of the leading authorities on the condition and has affirmed that there is no way to diagnose CTE until someone passes away and their brain is examined by pathologists. However, they have published numerous studies that say
AB, watch out, bro. These Boston University people might try to kill you just so they can examine your brain and make some money off of it, bro. So watch out, watch your back, AB.
Becoming emotionally explosive, having a short fuse, or being out of control, physically violent, and or verbally violent.
Who's been acting like that, y'all? Who can y'all think of who's been acting like that? I don't know,
Is
man.
consistent with those suffering from CTE, and usually those symptoms occur slowly over the course of years. In a way, I think people secretly hope he is suffering from a degenerative brain disorder, because AB went from a focused, determined, and hardworking young man to a dangerous, violent
Put your tongue back in your mouth, bro.
destroying everything in his path. As I've gotten older, I sometimes think it's time to start taking my own health a little more seriously. I have a handful of different symptoms that I try to self-diagnose online instead of doing the right thing and going to a professional. That's why I was so relieved when I found today's video sponsor.
Okay. Yup. This is why I love YouTube Premium, bro. Jump ahead, man. Did this jump ahead feature make your far better, bro? Far freaking better. Thank you so much, dude. Make sure y'all protect yourselves, have great health and wealth, safe sex, all that other shit, man. But yeah, we not
Top rated.
Well, I said safe sex, not great sex, right? Yeah, safe sex, not great sex.
In network.
Or
2016.
nigga both for, but guys, y'all know what I meant to say.
Cracks began to show during the 2016 playoffs, when Antonio bizarrely chose to live stream inside of the locker room on Facebook after a win over the Kansas City Chiefs. In the live stream, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin can be heard disparaging their upcoming opponent, the New England Patriots.
Let's start our preparation week. A day and a half. They played yesterday. Our game got moved to tonight. We will touchdown at 4 o'clock in the morning. So be it. We'll be ready for that. But you ain't got to tell them they constantly coming. Because some of us here might not like the damn wolf kickers.
Like, bro, the signs were there, chat. The signs was there with Antonio Brown. This nigga Mike Tomlin is giving a speech like he preparing to go to battle next week, bro. Mike Tomlin, the speech he's giving is a very serious speech, bro. And this nigga Antonio Brown trying to see how good he look on. He like, what's up, nigga? What, nigga? Nigga, we got the win, nigga. What talking about? We just got the win. Like, bro, if you don't focus on your coach.
But you ain't got to tell them they constantly coming.
Look, nigga did licked his lips and everything.
Ironically, you can hear guys saying to keep a low profile and stay off social media, not knowing AB was recording the whole thing.
Keep it tight. Cool on social media, man. This is about us, nobody else, man.
We were talking to Antonio Brown when he said
Now, I think we can all agree that this locker room talk is pretty mild, probably standard for most football teams, but it's more about the principle. Live streaming inside a locker room is not only a violation of privacy, but just an easy thing to not do out of respect. It was also revealed that AB had signed a $244,000 contract with Facebook to live stream on the platform, making you wonder where his priorities were. Antonio apologized for live streaming, and Coach Tomlin hinted that AB could find himself off the team if he didn't correct.
Nigga, hey, bro, we all know that shit, cap. Nigga, you're not gonna kick your best player off the team, Mike Tomlin. That's just coach talk, bro. People love to. You gotta say. I think Mike Tomlin said that, bro, to for the team, bro. He didn't mean it. He did not mean that shit, bro. He just said it so he can make it look like like he was strict or something.
I definitely don't want that to be his story. I'm sure he doesn't want that to be his story. So he has to address these things.
The team did their best to look past the situation, and Antonio continued to dominate on the field. For the 2016 and 2017 seasons, AB was ranked as the 4th best player in the league, and in 2018, he was 17 seasons, AB was ranked as the 4th.
Is that Matt Ryan number 10? Bro, I knew he was good, but damn. 10? Julio. Hey, I told y'all. Julio will go down as the best receiver of all time, bro. No, it's either him or Megatron. Him or Megatron will go down as the best receiver of all time.
Best player in the league, and in 2018 he was ranked 2nd overall, behind none other than Tom Brady himself. But this only seemed to inflate his ego and caused avoidable drama for the Steelers. He showed up to training camp in a helicopter and even arrived 4 hours late for an appearance.
Antonio Brown keeps kids. 4 hours late, bruh.
At a children's hospital. He felt like
This
he was
is
the
bad.
star of the team and would throw temper tantrums whenever he was treated as anything less than that, which started to cause friction between him and his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. Before the infamous hit
Ben Roethlisberger, because of Antonio Brown, bro, he probably thought all black people was crazy like him, bro. He probably Antonio Brown probably made Ben Roethlisberger so
the
racist
offensive
towards.
duo had great chemistry.
He probably got so fed up with his shit, bro.
Antonio-
like every time nigga about to throw the ball, hey nigga, throw me a ball, like in the huddle and shit. This nigga Ben get out the huddle, like, all right, bro, and then he get ready to snap ball. Here go this nigga again, bro. Say go, and then he
always
passed him the
spoke
ball.
highly of Ben.
Anytime you got a great quarterback, man, with 2 championship rings, a competitor like Ben, man, who says that, man, that just adds fuel to the fire. And it's definitely gratifying, definitely humbling. It's an honor to have him say that about me.
But things changed. During a regular season game against the Baltimore Ravens, Roethlisberger missed Brown, who was wide open in the middle of the field. AB walked back to the sideline and began having a meltdown, screaming at coaches and even flipping a water cooler in anger.
A
Temper
water
tantrums
cooler?
were normal at this point, with head coach Mike Tomlin saying, "This is not Antonio's first rodeo." Ben Roethlisberger was trying to be professional but was clearly annoyed with his superstar receiver's behavior. He said, "He's superhuman on the football field, and when that happens, it almost brings him back to being a mere mortal, if you will, because it gets in his head and it just messes with all of us a little bit." I'm not trying to call AB out, I just think this is causing a distraction that none of us really...
Why do niggas say this shit in press interviews, bro? In these interviews, bro? Like, why not just lie to these niggas? Have these niggas ever thought about just lying? Because
need. However, things were about
even though it's true, like that's gonna mess up the locker room
to
and
get
shit.
so much worse because Antonio went from causing slight distractions to committing real crimes.
We are following a developing story involving Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown. We've learned that he is facing a lawsuit in Florida. This is a civil suit.
After walking into his apartment in Miami, Florida, Brown made the shocking discovery that $80,000 in cash as well as his 9mm pistol were missing. He called the police alleging that the cleaning staff had stolen from him while he was away. However, the investigating officers did not make any arrests. The following day, Brown went into a fit of rage and began throwing furniture off the 14th story balcony.
Man, I don't give a damn what nobody say. If a nigga steal $80,000 from me, bro, I'm doing the same shit, bro. I'm doing the same. You could call me crazy. You could say, "Oh, bro, it's some." I don't care, bro. It's $80,000, dude. I'm fucking up that whole hotel, dude. I'm getting my money back somehow, some way. Hell no, dude.
Balcony. Surveillance footage shows items falling
Somebody getting arrested up in this bitch, bro. I don't care.
from the sky near the apartment building's pool area, nearly striking nearby tenants. One of these individuals was
this right here, bro. I don't blame him for it, bro. I don't blame Antonio Brown for this shit at all. A nigga stole $80,000 from him, bro, and the police ain't do a damn thing. I'm doing the same thing, bro.
a small child who was nearly struck.
Ain't no small child. This is what you supposed to do if you got $80,000 stolen from you and you can't do nothing. You gotta do anything in your power to get that shit back.
Multiple large vases that landed only a few feet away. Brown also broke mirrors, light fixtures, and punched holes in the walls, ironically totaling around $80,000 in
I'm not
property
saying it's right, bro. I'm not saying it's right, but nigga, I would probably do the same thing. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all, bro. I'm not perfect. I'm not Jesus, bro. I'm human, dude. You know what I'm saying, bro? So knowing how I could get mad sometimes, bro, or not sometimes, but like just if some shit like this happens to me, I would get mad, bro. It's because it's $80,000, dude.
Antonio was sued by the apartment complex for the cost of the repairs, as well as sued by the illegal
But yeah, y'all gotta chill out, or he gotta chill out, because he almost said
guardians
toddler
of
with
the
that
toddler who was nearly hit. And even though this was a clear warning sign that something was deeply wrong with Antonio Brown, the Steelers organization continued to sweep his problem.
Nigga ain't no fucking that's human. That's human. What you want me to do? Like, bro, I don't care, dude. If somebody find out they got $8,000 taken away from them and they're calm about that shit, they're not human, dude. I don't care. That's not a regular human response. What Antonio Brown was doing right here, throwing shit off the balcony, that is a more human response than acting calm when you find out $8,000 got stolen from you, bro.
These individuals was a small child who was nearly struck by multiple large vases that landed only a few feet away. Brown also broke mirrors, light fixtures, and punched holes in the walls, ironically totaling around $80,000 in property damage.
Yup. See, He knew what he was doing. He said, I'm
Antonio
gonna
was
get this.
sued
He said, yeah.
by the
Y'all take 8,000 from me. I'm gonna take 8,000 from
apartment
y'all.
complex for the cost of the repairs, as well as sued by the legal guardians of the toddler who was nearly hit. And even though this was a clear warning sign that something was deeply wrong with Antonio,
Yeah, like I said, bro, that is not no clear warning sign, dude. If you would have acted calm during all that, bro, that would have been a clear warning sign, bro. Because what you mean you acting calm after you have $8,000 stolen from you?
Brown, the Steelers organization, continued to sweep his problematic behavior under the rug.
If y'all want to talk about a clear sign of CTE, bro, we can just go back to his haircut he had, bro. Dumb as haircut. If y'all want to talk about a real problem this nigga had, bro, let's just that haircut. That's a clear sign.
Due to his unbelievable success on the field. However, it was reaching a tipping point where his antics and attitude were just too much to deal with. The following season, in a Week 2 game against the Kansas City Chiefs, Antonio became upset with his lack of targets. His frustration was visible on the sidelines as he refused to celebrate with his teammates after scoring, and he opted out of speaking to the media after the game.
Nigga, that's a competitor. But niggas do shit like that all the time. What is that not what a competitor does?
A former Steelers employee reacted to the situation.
AB needs to thank his lucky stars because he was drafted by a team that had Ben, and Ben got AB paid. Nigga, shut the fuck up, Brian. Shut your dumb ass up.
Saying AB needs to thank his lucky stars.
That's, I don't know how, but that's racist in some type of way. In some type of way, this shit right here is racist, dude. You seen a nigga put up 1,800 yards, and you gonna say the reason he put that shit up is because of Big Ben. Shut the fuck up, bro.
He was drafted by a team that had Ben, and Ben got AB paid. You know darn well he wouldn't put up those numbers for other teams. Rather than letting this comment roll off his shoulder, AB chose
I would
to
say the same damn thing, bro. I would say the same. Like, sometimes you gotta let niggas know. That's a problem with these people on social media. They be acting like athletes ain't people too. And then when the athletes respond back to them, bro, and like a regular human does, dude. Now, oh my God, I can't believe you were not supposed to respond. Why am I not supposed to respond back? Because I'm an athlete, bro. I'm human just like you.
more fuel on
I'm speaking in their position, obviously, the athletes.
fire, tweeting, "Trade me, let's find out." This tweet was quickly deleted, although the damage had already been done, and discussion surrounding Antonio's desire to leave the Steelers began to grow. From here, anyone who was critical of AB felt the wrath of his Twitter fingers. In response to a somewhat critical article about his off-field personality, Antonio would threaten the article's creator in a now deleted tweet. Jesse Washington, wait till I see you,
That's a little crazy,
bro. We gon' see what your jaw
Hey,
like.
that's one sign of CTE.
But everything reached the
I give that half a sign, 0.5.
of no return in Week 17. In preparation for the final game of the regular
Mega
season, the Steelers had a record of 8 wins, 6 losses, and a tie, and desperately needed a win to keep their playoff aspirations alive. Roethlisberger had become more critical of AB in the final stretch of the season, calling him out directly in team meetings and demanded he be removed from practice. An insider said, "Wednesday in practice, I heard he ran the wrong route. Big Ben threw the ball on the ground, said, 'Get him out of here. Get somebody else in there.'"
All because the nigga ran the wrong route. Obviously it is context in it. So let's read about it, bro. Former NFL receiver James Jones, now in the middle of whatever. I've talked to a couple people in the Pittsburgh Steelers organization, and they told me that this has been lingering on. Jones, I've been told me Roethlisberger would take shots at AB like I don't got to throw you the ball and things like that. That's when, nigga.
And that's when AB,
Bro, so I ain't gonna lie, bro. Respectfully, if I'm the best player on my team, bro, if I'm the best player on my team, and niggas are telling me to get out of practice, and niggas are trying to, my starting quarterback is trying to get me kicked out of practice, do you think I'm gonna want to stay on that fucking team? Because that shit's some ungrateful shit, dude.
B was at his boiling point.
That's ungrateful, dude.
That's when he went off. This moment sent AB into another fit of rage, yelling profanities at his quarterback and even threw a ball at him in anger.
Shit, I would have too. Or I wouldn't have thrown the ball, but nigga, I would have gotten like, I would have been upset.
Antonio,
I don't know if I would like cussed at him or not cussed. I don't know if I would like Yeah, I would definitely would not have thrown no fucking ball at him, but I would exchange a few words for the nigga.
Left
like, nigga, you know who the fuck I am? Fucking me and kick me out of practice, nigga.
facility shortly after and did not practice again for the rest of the week.
All cause if he would have did some bigger shit, bro, but for running the wrong route, you want this nigga kicked out of practice. It has to be a backstory to that, bro.
When asked
it had to have like been building up.
About his absence, Coach Tomlin did his best to cover up the situation and blamed issues with his knee for his lack of participation. Brown was expected to play in the upcoming game, but when he realized he had been benched, he left the stadium at halftime. At this point, the relationship between AB and the organization was destroyed, and Antonio officially requested a trade.
Bro. Maybe it's something wrong with me, dude, but I don't think that's how you're supposed to be treating your star player, bro. Or not that. There's obviously something that they're not telling us too.
Pittsburgh, and even though this was bad, in the next couple of years, AB was about to destroy his reputation in the NFL permanently. The Las Vegas Raiders chose to trade.
That whole Pittsburgh story, bro, it sound like, I don't even lie, it sound like 50-50, bro. 50% the Steelers' fault, 50% AB fault.
For him in March of 2019.
But it started, I will say, it did start off with AB, bro.
The Raiders hoped that a new system could allow AB to return back to his roots with a drama-free environment where he was basically the #1 guy, but it did not work. While preparing for the 2019 season, it was revealed that Antonio had gotten severe frostbite on his feet after entering a cryotherapy chamber with improper footwear, causing him to miss almost the entirety of training camp. Already making headlines for the wrong reasons, Antonio would be
CTE #2, bro. I'm sure that's one of the biggest things they stress before you go into. I never been in one, so I wouldn't know, but I'm sure that's one of the biggest things they stress before you go into one of them chambers, bro. Make sure you wear the right clothing. Clothing includes what? It includes socks and shoes, bro. Why would you go in there with no? Obviously, Chet, he did not go in there with no socks and shoes on. Why would you do this? He obviously went in there barefoot. Why would you go in there barefoot? He obviously did not want to go through training camp. He obviously was willing to do anything to not go through training camp.
The entirety of training camp. Already making headlines for the wrong reasons, Antonio would be extremely unprofessional when he made
this another like sign. This CTE sign number what? 2? This little dumb haircut right here. Why do you have one? Why do you have like these little small? I don't even know what to call them. Little worms, bro. Why do you have these little centipedes, little worms? Right here in the front and in the back, you have like your dreads and shit, bro. That's your locks. That's these long ass locks, if anything, bro. So that's CTE sign number 2, bro. You can always tell. I feel like if somebody has CTE, because of their haircut, off of their haircut, bro. Here goes sign number 1, or no, that's sign number 2. Sign number 1, sign number 2, bro. So there you go.
Back onto the field. His old preferred helmet model, the Shutt Air Advantage, had been recently banned from the NFL, meaning that AB would have to find a new approved model to use for the season. When given his new helmet, Antonio began loudly voicing his displeasure and stormed out of the facility in anger. He claimed that his new
that's your fault, AB.
Helmet was obstructing his vision and making it difficult for him to reliably catch.
You ain't bigger than the NFL, bro. I'm sorry, dude. You're not bigger.
Balls. So he repeatedly attempted to sneak his old helmet onto the field. He even tried to paint it to match the Raiders' silver and black color scheme, but eventually was caught and forced to use an approved helmet. Frustrated, Antonio threatened to retire.
Is it time to walk away? I done gave everything in the game. At this point, the risk is greater than the reward. Thank you, everyone who been part of this journey. All because they wanted you to wear a new helmet. CTE sign number 4.
If his demands were not met, and after weeks of back and forth,
like, how I say this shit, bro? They wanted you. How I say this, dude? This nigga wanted CTE. He must want his CTE to get even worse, dude. Because obviously they banned that helmet for a reason, dude. Because it wasn't safe to wear, nigga. If you want to wear a banned helmet, oh my god, a nigga with CTE, you should be the last nigga to want to wear a band helmet? You're the person who needs it, bro. You're the person who needs like the safe helmet the most, dude.
AB finally caved in and agreed to wear an approved helmet for the upcoming season, but the drama was far from over.
That is some childish shit, bro.
Due to repeated unexcused absences at practices, AB was fined $13,000 by the team. He posted to Instagram at practices. AB was fined $13,000 by the team. He posted to Instagram, when your own team wants to hate, but there's nothing stopping me now. The devil is a lie. Everyone got to pay this year, so we clear. The leaked document reveals that he had also been fined another. Everyone got to pay this year, so we clear. The leaked document reveals that he had also been fined another $40,000 and warns of future infractions if his behavior doesn't change. The following day, AB confronted Raiders GM.
53,000, bro. You tripping over 53? How much was in your contract, bro? You tripping over 53? Now it's not 80,000. 80,000 is damn near 100,000. But 53,000, bro. That ain't shit for you, dude. You probably spend that in a week.
Talk about his decision. He began cursing out the man who signs his paychecks, threatened to assault him, and repeatedly called him a cracker. As things escalated,
Anderson reports that Brown used many cuss words.
He had to be held back by teammates before breaking free, punting a football, and yelling, "Find me for that." Antonio initially apologized for his behavior until he realized that $29 million in guaranteed money was voided from his contract.
Nigga, if this nigga crashed out for 80,000, he gonna turn to a serial killer for this 29 million that they took out his contract.
All because of his behavior. He said, "I have worked my whole life to prove that
he's about to shoot up the whole Raiders facility." Or I'm surprised he didn't do that, because this was way back when.
The system is blind to see talent like mine. Now that everyone sees it, they want me to
hashtag they put blinders on a horse for a reason.
Conform
CTE sign number 8
to the same system that has failed me all those years. I'm not mad at anyone. I'm just asking for the freedom to prove them all wrong. Release me, Raiders. At this point, any logical person thinks he's got to be losing his mind, right? Because his argument just doesn't make any sense. Antonio is acting like the NFL was similar to being trapped in a prison or locked into a corrupt industry with no way out. Wearing an approved helmet, showing up to practice, not threatening the general manager, these are bare minimum expectations of a professional workplace. And in exchange, he'd get tens of millions of dollars in guaranteed money. Antonio was turning minor inconveniences into existential battles, and as a result, the team would grant his request, and he was released that same day.
Free! Grandma, they freed me!
Just like seeing the way he's like talking, like that's CTE right here, bro. Look at his haircut and listen to how he's talking.
Oh, God is the greatest.
My guy acting like he got out of prison. I've never seen someone so happy after losing $30 million. In his time with the Raiders,
I gotta understand though, $30 million for that nigga, it's hella money. Don't get me, but bro, this nigga probably has like at least 100 mil, bro.
Antonio never suited up for a regular season game, yet he managed to create nothing but drama and problems for the organization. With his track record, you would think that no team would be willing to give him a shot. That was until the greatest quarterback of all time saw potential in him that nobody else did.
It's extremely real. A one-year deal for Antonio Brown with the New England Patriots. Yes, actually, the New England Patriots. It's a one-year deal with up to 15
how long was he with the Patriots for?
AB had yet another.
I thought this was gonna be like worse than when KD went to the Warriors when AB went to the Patriots, dude. I'm just gonna keep it above with y'all, bro. I thought this shit was the worst thing in the world, dude.
Opportunity.
This nigga played like 4 games for the Patriots, right?
Play in the NFL. This time with the reigning Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. Tom Brady himself was one of the main reasons the team decided to bring him onto the roster, and Tom even offered to let AB stay at his house until.
That's something dangerous, bro. Letting a nigga with CTE stay in your crib, bro. I'll let you stay like in the backyard, bro. I'll give you like a little blanket and a pillow and shit. I'll let you sleep in the backyard on the patio, bro. But in my house where my kids and my wife is at, no sir. And then like don't get it twisted, bro. I'm locking the doors too. I'm locking you out at nighttime when it's time to go to sleep. I'm locking you the fuck out, bro. I'm locking you out. So if you want something, just knock on the door, my nigga. I'll be there. Or call my phone.
Settled in New England. But unfortunately, Antonio failed to prove that he was nothing more than just a locker room cancer. Just a few days after signing, Antonio would be named in a lawsuit in which a former trainer alleged that he had SA'd her multiple times in 2017 and 2018. Through his lawyer, Brown would deny these allegations, claiming that all encounters between the two were consensual. The Patriots did acknowledge the suit and stated that they would be awaiting the results of the pending investigation before making a decision. This meant that AB would get the chance to play for the Patriots, appearing in a Week 2 matchup against the Miami Dolphins. However, this would be the only game Antonio Brown ever played in a Patriots jersey, as a handful of other allegations were right around the corner. In a story posted by Sports Illustrated, nearly 24 individuals who worked closely with Brown were interviewed and talked about their experiences with the former All-Pro talent. One individual alleged AB of misconduct and described a similar experience as his previous accuser. AB would make the situation worse when he sent a series of threatening texts.
Really sad you would make up bullshit story to the world. Thought you had more integrity and respect for yourself. Must be really hard times to make up some stuff for money. Super sad. This is the girl who unfinished my painting in my bedroom from super broke girl with a lot of kids. Such a shame. This her in text Eric B. Let's look up her background history. See how broke this girl is from. Basically cry broke for opportunities. I let paint. Nigga, I don't know. I don't think that's like an entirely bad look, my nigga. Like, I'd be mad too if I got some fake SA allegation.
Messages towards the accuser, where he just repeatedly called her broke, suggesting that she was desperate for a payout, and even sent pictures of her own children.
Those her kids, and I guess Eric, she's awfully broke clearly. According to the post, she was going for a Meek Mill rally. I can reach out to his team tomorrow and see if anyone else or she sounds like a
children, even though they had nothing to do with the matter. The Patriots officially had enough, and they chose to kill.
What's wrong with bro?
And described a similar experience.
Maybe I misheard
his previous accuser. AB would make the situation worse when he sent a series of threatening text messages towards the accuser, where he just repeatedly called.
Nigga, bro, like, I don't know. I don't think this is like the worst thing. Should he have done this? No, but like, is this the worst thing in the world? Probably not, my nigga. Like, bro, imagine you're getting fake SA allegations on you, bro. Like, nigga, you would be mad too.
Her broke, suggesting that she was desperate for a payout. It's officially had enough, and they chose to release AB shortly after.
Mike, I'm old enough to. I said I'm old enough, nigga. I'm 20 years old, nigga. I remember I watched the video, bro. Mike Tyson said, "Nah, bro, I ain't rape her," because he was getting like rape allegations or something on him, bro. He was like, "Nah, bro, I didn't do that to her, but I wish I did." Like, bro, and nobody was tripping on that shit back then.
These texts were leaked.
But now he calling all because he calling her broke, bro. That's all he did was call her broke.
In less than a year, AB had been kicked off 3 NFL teams. No matter how
that is locker room cancer right
talented he was, his off-the-field antics were too risky to deal with.
You got kicked off of 3 teams in 1 year.
He was initially hoping to sign
0 for 3
with another team, but then he changed his mind and announced his retirement. But then he changed his mind again a few days later and announced that he's not retiring. But there were still no teams willing to sign him. From there, Antonio made headlines after getting into a domestic dispute with the mother of his children. Bizarrely, AB chose to live stream the police investigation to his Instagram, in which he verbally berates both his ex and the officers.
Thought you was taking them to school, sir. She supposed to take the kids to school. She came here to steal a car. She's staying at a hotel. Ask her where she's staying. That got 2 more other kids somewhere else. She don't know.
Then again, maybe this was just a part of his rollout for his rap career, because AB dropped 5 songs.
Which I know about. Put that shit on. Put that shit
in
on.
January of 2020, starting with the single "Whole Lot of Money" that went viral for how bad it was. And I guess now that he had a new rapper persona, becoming violent would add to
Hold on, bro. It cannot be that fucking bad, dude. Let's listen to it. Or I'm gonna post this on YouTube so I can't really listen.
Brand, because he had a warrant put out for his arrest after he assaulted a delivery driver.
Damn.
That's when a delivery driver tried
to out for his arrest after he assaulted a delivery driver.
That's when a delivery driver tried to deliver some of Brown's items from California. Police say Brown apparently refused to pay, threw a rock at the delivery truck, caused some damage to it.
Nigga, if I was the delivery driver, I'd be happy as hell, bro. That is the easiest lawsuit in the world. Nigga, after that day, that delivery driver ain't gonna work a single another day in his life, dude. All cause this CTE ass nigga threw a rock at him cause he didn't want to pay for some shit he bought.
Driver agreed to come back, And the driver said that Brown then grabbed him and pulled on him, causing some scratches on him. Police.
I would, bro. If I was the delivery driver after Antonio Brown got done like roughing me up and you know what I mean, trying to beat me up and shit, bro, throwing rocks at me, throwing punches at me, I ain't gonna lie. I would have told that nigga thank you. I would have told Antonio Brown thank you so much, bro, because you have CTE. No, I would thank the nigga who gave him CTE, and then I would thank Antonio Brown, because Antonio Brown not the reason he has CTE for real, bro. But I would thank the person who gave him CTE and then Antonio Brown, because nigga, because of that delivery driver will not have to work another day in his life, dude.
When they arrived,
now I don't know if his kids gonna have to not work either, bro, but I know he won't.
Investigators say Brown went into his home and did not come out.
With charges of burglary, battery, and criminal mischief, Brown turned himself into the police. In court, prosecutors argued that AB was a danger to society, posed a flight risk, and requested that he remain in custody until his trial's conclusion. While he lucked out and was able to walk out of jail on a $100,000 bond, he wasn't free of consequences. He received 2 years of probation and a $1.2 million fine, but it's all good because he's got a whole lot of money. Because of his never-ending bad behavior, the NFL handed him an 8-game suspension
I thought the nigga was retired. What?
For violating their personal conduct policy. Since he was not on a team, that meant if he did eventually get signed, he would have to sit out of the
nigga, how the fuck you gonna suspend a nigga who not even for working for y'all no more, bro? Nigga, that's like NFL suspending me. Nigga, I'm not in the fucking NFL. Nigga, I don't got no plans of being in the NFL. What the fuck you mean you suspending me, bro? Roger Goodell, you stupid.
First 8 games before
I ain't gonna
being
lie,
able to.
You're not stupid, Roger Goodell, but like, damn, that's. And I know eventually he did come back and play for the Buccaneers and shit, bro. But damn,
to play.
Is that cocaine? Is that cocaine in that glass right here, dude? Nigga.
And while you might think that this would only dissuade teams from bringing him in, you'd be mistaken, as Tom Brady once again came to the rescue for Antonio Brown. AB signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the 2020 and 2021 season. His former Patriots teammate Tom Brady had recently joined the team as well and was the main advocate to bring him in. And Brady once again offered him a room at his home to make sure AB was taken care of. And even though everyone thought this would...
Now, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Tom Brady, I know you trying to be a good teammate, a good quarterback to a receiver, build a good relationship and camaraderie and all that stuff, bro. You cannot have a nigga who has sexual assault allegations stay in your crib with your daughters and with your wife and with your son. I don't give a fuck how many. I don't give a fuck how close I am. Well, I'm just saying, like, if this were to ever happen to me, I don't give a fuck how close I am to Antonio Brown, bro. You're not staying in my house once you get at least one SA allegation on you, dude. Unless I know for damn sure it's false.
Be a disaster, it was actually the total opposite. After serving his suspension, AB had a productive season on the field, but more importantly, he managed to stay out of trouble. To top it all off, he even caught a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl, helping the Bucs secure the Lombardi Trophy. AB did what many thought was impossible. He put football first, and as a result, he won the trophy that every football player dreams of. This should have been a moment.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That whole team was filled with that team was filled with 3 niggas who retired and came back to play. Have y'all ever thought about that team was filled with unks, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Of reflection for him, that despite all of the nonsense off the field, he could remain focused and prove himself as still the best in the game. Many assumed that he had changed for the better and we were about to see one of the most legendary redemption arcs of all time.
Wrong.
But actually, this was just about to be the end of his football career. In the following season, Brown was suspended for 3 games for submitting a fake COVID vaccination card with the league.
Nigga, why would you even...
response, Buccaneers head coach Bruce Arians implied that AB's time with the team was up in the air.
The league did their due diligence and we move on. I will not address those guys for the next 3 weeks. They'll just be working out and then we'll address their future at that time.
Shortly after returning, Antonio was seen having another meltdown on the sideline, taking off his jersey, throwing his shoulder pads to the ground in anger, and jogging off the field.
Bro, I wonder whoever made this video, I wonder if this nigga is actually or recorded this video of AB crashing out and shit. I wonder if he actually got any money from it, dude. Because you know how many TV stations like ESPN, SportsCenter, etc., like use this video.
This was the last time
I would hope he got some money off it, dude.
Antonio Brown ever
social
stepped
media accounts and all that
on
shit
an
too.
NFL field. After the game, head coach Bruce last time Antonio Brown ever stepped on an NFL field. After the game, head coach Bruce Arians confirmed that this was the final straw.
What happened to Antonio Brown? Did he quit? I've never seen a guy leave a field like that, and is this the last strike for him?
He is no longer a Buck.
Arians tried to get Brown to go in again, and he refused, which is when Arians told Brown to leave. AB claimed that he
Bruh, I mean, like, you told nigga to leave, bro. If we speaking from a technical standpoint, nigga, the head coach told Antonio Brown to leave, bro. Now, Antonio Brown, you should win into the game, bro. But nigga, you did tell the nigga to leave, bro.
Refused to go in due to an
he was just following orders, coach.
Ankle injury he had been forced to play through. I took a seat on the sideline and my coach came up to me, very upset, and shouted, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" I told him, "It's my ankle." But he knew that. It was well documented and we had discussed it. He then ordered me to get on the field. I said, "Coach, I can't." He didn't call for medical attention. Instead,
I will say, bro,
and jogging off.
Nigga, yeah, you didn't look like your ankle was hurting right here when you was jogging off the field, AB. You didn't look like it. Yeah, I think that's cap, bro. I don't know. That ankle wasn't hurting when he was doing this dumb shit right here.
This was the last time and confirmed that Brown to go in again, and he refused.
It wasn't hurting that bad, bro.
Which is when Arians told Brown to leave. AB claimed that he refused to go in due to an ankle injury he had been forced to play through. I took a seat on the sideline and my coach came up to me, very upset, and shouted, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" I told him, "It's my ankle." But he knew that. It was well documented and we had discussed it. He then ordered me to get on the field. I said, "Coach, I can't." He didn't call for medical attention. Instead, he shouted at me, "You're done," while he ran his finger across his throat. Coach was telling me that if I didn't play
ran his finger across his. If this is real, bro, Bruce Arians, you got some sus allegations on you, my boy.
That I was done with the Bucks. While MRIs did prove that AB was playing through an injury, Arians denied his story and claimed he had no idea his ankle was hurt. And because AB had burned every bridge and destroyed all goodwill with the public, nobody had any reason to believe him or come to his defense. So from there, Antonio Brown had officially been relegated from NFL superstar to social media influencer and wannabe rapper, posting endlessly on his Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, which only opened up a wide open door of opportunity to keep getting in trouble. While staying at a hotel in Abu Dhabi, AB was filmed harassing a woman in the hotel's pool.
Oh yeah, this one where he just whipped his shit out.
Seen flashing the woman and shoving his private parts into the woman's face.
Wow. Hey, that is very fucking weird, dude. Very fucking weird, dude.
I'm not sure how much I'll be able to show, but he jumped
I did not
his
see this
private
video.
parts into the woman's face. I'm not sure how much.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck are you doing, dude? And he's laughing about this shit too.
Oh, but he jumped out of the pool and stuck his butt in
Is she laughing?
Woman's face. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to show, but he jumped out of the pool. And stuck his butt in her face. Then he began picking her up and throwing.
Hey, bro. This ain't middle school, bro. You do not flirt with women like this no more.
Her into the pool. Then as she was swimming away, he flashed his manhood to everyone in the pool. The woman quickly reported him to hotel staff and he was asked to leave shortly after. Antonio claimed that the situation was taken out of context and that she took off his bathing suit and that the media was
Nigga, look, what's this picture? What the fuck was this picture, dude? I want this
targeting him. A few months later, a warrant for AB's arrest was issued in Tampa Bay. Antonio was accused of locking the mother of his children outside of her home, tossed her belongings out of a window, threw a shoe at her, and even threatened to shoot her. While these charges were dropped shortly after, it was clear that his mental health was declining more and more as the days went on. But perhaps the most clear indication of how destructive AB is was when he bankrupted an entire football franchise. The arena football team, Albany Empire, was in desperate need of funding. The organization chose to ignore Antonio's past and bring him in as an owner. He paid $350,000 for a 47.5% ownership stake in the team, and problems rose immediately as players began noticing ownership stake in the team, and problems arose immediately as players began noticing that payments were not being processed on time. As a result, some players contemplated sitting out of an upcoming game. However, they changed their minds after being shown proof of payment. Everything seemed to be fine until the game had ended and they returned to their hotels, where they discovered their room keys no longer worked. According to the staff at the hotel, Brown had intervened and had
players not to be given room keys. This nigga said, y'all niggas play like shit, bro. Y'all don't deserve to be to sleep tonight.
had their rooms canceled in retaliation for their issues with payment. The team's ownership partners already began regretting their decision to bring Antonio on and attempted to buy him out of his share, but Antonio refused to go anywhere and continued to skimp out on payments to the players, staff, and to the league. This was a violation of league policy, and the Albany Empire team was kicked out of the National Arena League as a result. It was at this point that whatever reputation AB had left was completely destroyed. Not only were teams unwilling to sign him, but no one in their right mind would be willing to do business with him either. The only thing he still had going for him was his online troll persona, which managed to keep himself relevant on his way spiraling down to rock bottom. He found himself in controversy after sharing an AI-generated image of himself making out with Taylor Swift. He made headlines for
Bro, do y'all think like this his Twitter account is his real like Twitter account?
Celebrating Morgan Wallen.
I think low-key for some reason I think that he sold it to somebody and just ain't let people know.
Calling him Cracker of the Day after he was arrested for throwing a chair off a balcony. Referencing his similar run-in with the law, AB said, "We got a lot in common." He was blocked by WNBA star.
This is crazy, dude. What the fucking, like, how did he even think of that shit, dude?
Caitlin Clark after making an inappropriate comment that many have described as
I wonder what y'all think Caitlin Clark laughed at that shit, or like you think she took
harassment.
it serious?
After getting blocked, AB doubled down on his comments and questioned
when did the Bush become a bad thing? Did we cancel the Bush, make Bushes great again?
Why she was offended. But the worst of them all, a true testament of how low AB was willing to go for some internet clout, is how he disrespected the one man who believed in him when nobody else did, Tom Brady.
Brady can't do shit by himself, but you guys gonna make it seem like he just this heroic guy. Bro, we're all humans, bro. We all dependent on someone else to do the job. How'd he help me? Would he help my career to come back?
No,
because
just like
they helped
letting you
him.
stay at his house and
bro, stay at his house. I got my own money, bro. You guys know who I am?
I like the fact
I don't need to stay at no one's house. I got my own houses. Guys do that to influence you guys in the publicly, like, oh, he's at Tom's house, then he's maybe a good guy.
Right.
But I thought I was a good guy. I was a great football player. That's why you guys know me, right?
Tom Brady attempted to save AB's career twice, one time in New England and the second time in Tampa Bay. After AB was kicked off the Buccaneers, he still supported him. Tom said, "I think everybody should hopefully do what they can to help him in ways that he really needs it. We all love him. We care about him deeply. We want to see him be at his best. And unfortunately, it won't be with our team, but we have a lot of friendships that will last. I think everyone should be very compassionate and empathetic towards some very difficult things that have happened."
I'd be mad, bro.
Despite Tom unapologetically supporting Antonio at his lowest moments, when Tom Brady's divorce made headlines, AB posted a bunch of photos mocking Tom with his now ex-wife Giselle and began frequently insulting Tom on social
Tampon Bay, Tom Brady, or Tampon Bay, Tom Booty.
media whenever he got the chance.
Yeah, never mind. This is exactly Antonio Brown's account, my nigga. This is. I don't even know why I thought for a minute it wasn't him, bro. This is definitely him.
He even leaked a private text conversation with Tom where
you are demonstrating very poor decision and poor communication. So many people have gone through who have gone above and beyond to help you. You are acting selfish, and unfortunately, many of those people are exhausted by erratic and unpredictable emotional behavior. When I met you, you were humble, willing to learn, and anxious to improve things in your life. In a short period of time, you have done those things and accomplished some great things, and very much on the path to success long term. Unfortunately, you have reverted very much back to a young, immature man that is selfish, self-serving, irrational, and irresponsible. I, for one, am disappointed in many behaviors over the past few months. You have seemed to have lost the humility in that what's APG mean? You have gone from hanging out around good quality people that had genuine interest in seeing you succeed to seeing others whose lives are erratic and out of control, and you don't. I mean, like, nigga, what the fuck you want Antonio Brown to say back to this message? Like, nigga, Antonio Brown probably told this nigga shut the fuck up when he replied to his message, bro. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all, bro.
Brady is giving AB some much needed but honest tough love, calling him selfish, irrational, and irresponsible. AB would frequently provoke Tom with fake nude pictures of his wife and offhanded comments over the next few years. However, in 2024, AB surprisingly apologized for his actions towards Brady.
AB tells Tom Brady, love my teammate and friend. Yo, the mud, I'm forever grateful. Sorry for all this, for all of my side, everything. Super Bowl champs. Nigga, he's just trying to build that fan base back up,
Brady,
bro.
And posted a recording of a phone call where Tom had accepted his apology. Love my teammate and friend. He helped me out the mud, and I'm forever grateful for him. I'm sorry for my side of everything. But unfortunately, Antonio Brown would finally get himself in a situation that he could not simply apologize for. One that may land him in federal prison for a very long time. During a boxing event hosted by Aiden Ross,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That may be where that nigga belong, bro. Either there or actually he belonged in a mental institution, so I take that back.
AB claimed that he was jumped by multiple people who tried to steal his jewelry and stated that he would be taking legal action against his assaulters. But a month later, a warrant for his arrest was filed on charges of attempted murder. Antonio failed to mention that during the scuffle, he had stolen a security guard's gun during the encounter.
Damn, nigga!
And fired multiple shots
You
at...
stole it, bro. Hey! That security guard, nigga, you a sorry ass security guard. How you gonna let Antonio Brown steal your gun, bro? You let this nigga, bro. What type of security guard are you, bro? That security guard, one of the worst security guards of all time, dude.
His alleged attack.
I'm a better security guard than that nigga, dude. And I ain't never guarded security once a day in my life.
From there, AB antagonized the Miami police on Twitter, and he fled the country, traveling to Dubai to hopefully evade charges back in the States. But in November, he was finally arrested in Dubai and extradited to the United States to...
I didn't mean to do all that.
Face
Bro,
his attempted...
Ain't that the girl in the viral, the judge in the viral clip? Hold on.
Was finally...
Ain't that the judge in the viral clip who her friend who was in like kindergarten or some shit, she let that nigga get off cause that friend let her play football with them at recess or something?
Arrested in Dubai and extradited to the United States to face his attempted second-degree murder charge. AB faces up to 25 or 30 years in prison if found guilty, and he awaits trial to this day. He and his team recently motioned for dismissal, claiming that he
25 to 30 years
was just standing his ground in self-defense, even though in the clip...
nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Attempted murder probably get more time than real murder, dude, at this point, because 25 to 30 years you could face.
You can see him chasing after his attackers. But even if AB manages to dodge this conviction, it's only a matter of time before he finds himself in serious trouble.
Niggas just praying on his downfall. Talking about, even if he does get out of this, he's probably gonna do some more shit.
Again, Antonio Brown was given more second chances than anyone with his reputation deserved. The reality is that he was never willing to truly hold himself accountable for his behavior that was at best childish and annoying, or at worst life-threatening to others. Now, if we were talking about your random social media influencer or C-list actor, then maybe this wouldn't be so shocking. But Antonio Brown had a genuine chance of being one of the greatest NFL wide receivers of all time, and most definitely would have been a Hall of Famer, let alone the hundreds of millions of dollars that he would have made along the way. Imagine someone choosing to be a Twitter troll with a growing criminal record over being a sports legend who could be filthy rich and inspire a generation to follow their lead. When times got tough and he didn't get his way,
I don't want to judge him either, bro, because I don't know how I would be acting if I had CTE either, bro.
And blamed everyone else but himself. That's his legacy. In a weird way, I hope we can blame his downfall on CTE, because then it might make sense. Otherwise, it's just pathetic. But this type of self-destruction isn't entirely unique.
I mean, nigga, we know one thing for certain. It's something mentally going on with him, bro.
It reminds me a lot of Conor McGregor, someone who got countless opportunities to change, but eventually found himself guilty of crimes.
Hey,
but if you want to hear more about...
I would watch that, bro, but nigga,